here we are at the starting line of the green hell. Woo! A couple positions as quickly as we can. But this is unfortunately not my very first attempt. My first couple attempts actually went a little bit sideways on me, and I think just beyond the shock of how amazing this update feels, there was no benefit to keeping those failure clips around of me crashing on the Nordschleife. But what I can say, what I can distill from my pure level of shock is how amazing these GT3 cars feel after this update. And not only that, how much the AI has improved significantly. I mean, there was a little bit of a touch there, but let's be honest, this is a very tight racetrack, and going too wide in that spot was bound to happen. If anything, it feels incredibly realistic to a level that I have not experienced in a sim before. I think R Factor 2 cannot hold a candle to this racing right now in terms of just its feeling, in the feel that you get from these cars. And whew, I think that this version of the Nordschleife is incredible. In addition to that, the way that it handles, the way that I feel my car get light and heavy over elevation change is just next level. I'm having trouble finding the proper words for it. You can feel the moment your car starts to get light, and when it gets to its lightest point and when it gets to its heaviest point over these elevation changes, and it's just an incredible thing that I didn't know you could replicate in force feedback. So this has just been a shocking update for me. It seems like the Reza Studios has just really listened to the community about both, the two biggest complaints. The first biggest complaint on my end was the AI and how poor they raced you and how unintelligent they were. But that is seemingly fixed in this update. This is a huge improvement to the AI that we've previously seen in AMS2. Not only that, these cars now, I have said in previous videos that some of these cars just kind of feel like a little bit of a knockoff version of other sims, and that is not true with this update in these GT3 cars that I've raced on the Nordschleife so far. This is just a top-tier sim racing experience. That the best part, like I was saying, is it's not trying to copy ACC. It's not trying to copy R Factor 2. It's doing its own thing, and it is nailing it. All right, here's my trouble corner. I never slow down enough here. We made it. But this one lap race at the Nordschleife, we got to start moving our way up through the AI. Not a whole lot of passing zones here. This is just, some pretty tight racing. We got 3 cars battling it out directly in front of us. It's almost certainly going to slow us down. But now we got 4 cars battling it. There's not a whole lot of space. Alright, we backed out of there forcefully. So glad that didn't end up with us in a wall. But just even those little elevation changes right there, you can see exactly when you get light and exactly when you get heavy, and it really affects the way you have to drive these cars. And that is something I've never seen, oh, come on, replicated, no. Let's see if we can catch back up now. Man, these elevation changes really affecting the car in an extreme way. It's such a breath of fresh air from just having monotonous, repeated, rinse and repeat sim racing experiences, especially as far as it goes with force feedback. Whoa, accelerating over that elevation change, getting to the top. My rear end flies out because how loose, or I'm sorry, how light it gets. And as we get heavy, really taking advantage of some momentum there, getting to the outside here. Okay, finally getting around that slow 911. Too much brake in the turn. This is a level of... I'm so surprised to see this level of detail in one update. This is a shocking update. In all of gaming, I leave that challenge up there, not even just in sim racing. In all of gaming, I rarely find that an update this large in terms of how it affects the feel of the game for the positive. Okay. Here we go, the second carousel. We enter poorly and exit poorly into a wall. No, is it, please? Come on. So this update is a million times better than my driving. And... oh, here we go. This straight's going to be terrifying. Not only is the Nordschleife a fantastic rendition, the racing has gotten its own update. And it's becoming its own thing. And it's not trying to be a copycat of ACC or R-Factor or any other sim out there. It's doing its own thing and it's nailing it. And I think I'm going to be seeing myself spending a ton of time in AMS2 now after this update. I'm very curious to see how these physics updates are represented across the rest of the rest of the cars in available for selection. But I am very satisfied with this GT3 racing. It is some of the most satisfying GT3 racing that is out there. And I'm excited to really explore the Nordschleife, especially with the esoteric, as they're becoming known in the sim racing community, group of cars. But this is my first impression of the Nordschleife. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoy the Nordschleife as well. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And there's definitely going to be a lot more Nordschleife content coming soon, especially within the next couple days. So stick around for that. We'll see you in the next one. Let's crash this car.